Well, dear students, now we will discuss about routes of drug administration. Routes of drug administration means how drugs are entered to our body. That is called routes. Routes means the path or way by which drug is taken into the body. In our body, how a drug is taken, that is called routes or way or path. If we classify the various routes based on location, the routes are mainly classified into three categories. One is local, another is systemic, and another inhalational. Now local routes means the drugs are given to a particular region locally. That local routes are topical routes, nasal routes, otic routes, ocular routes, vaginal routes, and so many other locally also there. Topical routes means the drug are applied to a particular surface or mucous membrane like skin. In our skin, if we apply any drug to the skin on a certain location, that is called topical route. For example, we are using cream, ointment, lotions, etc., which are applied for topically for a particular area, maybe in the skin, mucous membrane, or in our buccal cavity in a particular region where they will produce their effect. That is called topical. Because why this is applied to a topical routes? Because the action of the drug is locally for a particular area. If your infection is in your hand or any particular region, then the drug is given to that particular region. So that's why the action of the drug action will on the locally. Next is nasal, means nose, through the nose. Drug is entered through the nose, that is called nasal. But that action should produce in the nose. If we enter a drug through the nose and it produces the action in our brain, for example anesthesia, that is not the nasal route. If we are suffering from any infection in the nose, or your nose is blocked, or maybe you are suffering from congestion, nasal congestion, due to the cold your nose is blocked. For that purpose, if we give any drug to produce its action on the nose, it's called nasal route. Some maybe nasal drops, nasal spray are available, but we should remember that the drug is producing its action locally on the nose, not in our other part of the body or systematically. Another route is called otic route. In otic route, the drug is producing local action on the ear. If we suffer from any ear infection, then some drugs are locally given like ear drops, ear lotions. Most commonly used are antibiotics. That is called otic route. Ocular route means the drug is given through the eye to produce local action. For example, we are suffering from any eye infection, or eye become red, or anything happen to eye locally, to produce local action, miotic, mydrotic drug, which are maybe eye drop, eye ointment, are called ocular. Similarly, female vaginal drugs are there, which produce their action locally on the vagina, maybe suppositories and pessaries. Some suppositories type especially given for the local action in the vagina for any infection or other, like contraceptive pills. So these are about local routes of administration. Next, routes of administration are systemic. Systemic routes of administration means when we take a drug through any route which entered to our blood, Suppose if we take through our mouth from the stomach, after absorption it enter to our blood circulation and then it move through all the bodies, distribute to all the bodies and then produce its action. That is called systemic route. Systemic routes are two types. Mainly one is called enteral, enteric system. Enteral means our GIT, gastrointestinal tract. Enteral route and parenteral, parenteral, not enteral route. Enteral routes which are present in our gastrointestinal tract, that is oral route. If we take any drug through the orally, through our mouth, sublingual, the drug is kept below the tongue, but it produces its systemic effect. It take absorption. That buccal cavity, the drug is kept in the mouth and in the mouth drug is dissolved, but it is not producing the action in the mouth, it is producing systemic effect. And rectal route, the drug is kept in anus. So in the oral route, so many commonly available drugs like tablet, capsule, syrup, we are taking granules, liquid, pills, emulsion, suspension. So many oral dosage forms are there which are taking through our mouth. They are called oral route. We are taking through the mouth and they will enter to stomach and go to intestine and they will absorb, and after then they will reach to our blood circulation. That is called oral route. Sublingual tablets are there. Some tablets are kept under the tongue, and effervescent tablets also there. They will dissolve in below the tongue and they will absorb through the in the mouth. Similarly, buccal also, they are kept in the mouth within 2 or 3 minutes. They will, because sublingual and buccal having great advantage which will resist fast metabolism. Then some drugs are given through rectal route. Rectal route means the drug is given to the anus. Mainly it is given in old people or the children. They are unable to take the drug orally. Some are suppositories, gels, enemas are given in the rectal routes. Now coming to the another type of systemic which are called parenteral routes. Parenteral routes. What are parenteral routes? Parenteral routes mainly which are given, drug is given as a injection forms which are called parenterals. Based on the location, they are terms intradermal, intravenous, subcutaneous, intramuscular, intraarterial and epidural. There are some types of parenteral routes. If we see the skin, this is the layer of a skin with muscle, okay. The upper part of the skin is called epidermis. This is the epidermis, upper layer. Then it's called subcutaneous, where the fats are available and through that our blood vessels is there, and below subcutaneous muscular is there. So when the drug is entered to the dermis, skin layer, then injection is in generally given at an angle of 10 to 15 degree, so that the injection, the drug will release in the skin layer, which is called intradermal. In the skin it is released. Next, intravenous. Injection is entered below the dermis layer and it entered through the vein, and that is given around 25 degree angle. Injections is done at 25 degree angle. That is called intravenous. Next, subcutaneous. Sometimes drug is released given to this region, subcutaneous region, the skin below the dermis and in the middle between muscle. muscle and dermis layer, that is called fatty layers are there, subcutaneous. In there drugs are given, that injections are given at 45-degree angle. And in case of muscular, drug injection is entered some below to the muscle, the injection is given at 90-degree angle, and it is called muscular, intramuscular. Some drugs are entered to the artery, mainly diagnostic agents for contrast media like CT scan, okay, like this. For CT scan or other purpose, the drug is entered to the artery, that is called intra-arterial. Similarly, in our dura mater, pia mater and arachnoid mater, we know in our spine. So when the drug is entered, injection is given to the dural space, that is called epidural injections. These are all parenteral routes. Next, coming to last part of routes of drug administration is inhalational. Drugs are given through our nose as a gaseous form, and they will enter, absorb from that, and they will reach systemic circulation. That is nothing but one type of systemic route of administration. The drug is given the vaporization, some vapor is given, gas inhalation or nebulization, mainly anesthetic, general anesthesia or salbutamol, this type of drugs which are bronchodilator.